you what's happening. We're here, 2 o'clock, walk and talk. How are you? Corn Dip, how are you? Hit the like button. Hey, Corn Dip was here earlier. Thank you. All right, people, we're here. How is everybody? Good afternoon. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day and whoa, I almost twisted my, we almost didn't go nowhere. Woo! Look at that. Wow. Oh, I just stepped in that pothole. Look at that. Oh my God, my ankle twisted. Oh my God. Oh my God, that hurt. All right. Whew, I'm lucky. I could have broke my ankle. Paying attention. See? Sometimes walking in the stream, it can hurt you. Anyhow, hello everybody. How are you? How are you? So, we're gonna have a good walk today. God bless everybody. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. I had a great day. I slept in a little late, got up and I read my Bible and did a couple verses and made myself filled with joy and feel happy. I took a pair of kind of older pants that I had in my drawer that I had a little problem getting into. I couldn't get it around my waist, but I actually got into them, so that means I lost some sizes in my hips, which means it's working. Today is day 15, 3 weeks completed today, which we missed yesterday, so I'm going to do tomorrow, so to make up for today. So, I mean, I shot down a day, but I'm not going to cheat the whole week what I normally do, so I'll do it tomorrow. I'll stream tomorrow, same time, 2 o'clock, to do a walk talk, so I get the equal amount of burning off the calories in my exercise. So, yeah, it was unfortunate. The last minute yesterday, I couldn't stream. I had to go take care of a couple of things, minor things that I had to take care of that I was reminded of that I didn't do earlier in the week. So, I mean, it really gets, you know, even though some people like myself, I'm all over the place when I'm doing a show sometimes. It's not easy. It's not just pushing a button and doing it. I mean, you gotta have something to say. You gotta bring some kind of entertainment. So people that think, oh, anybody can do that. Yeah, anybody can do it. But if you're gonna do it right, like some of all the people that do, you know, they do it. But I'm one guy. You guys, I mean, I think if you went from top to bottom, side to side, from number one all the way to 1,000, I pretty much have given up every personality I have, or everything that makes me tick, or when I'm happy. I've showed every side of me. I don't think anybody would doubt that they don't know me pretty good. I think we all can say safely, everybody knows me pretty good. You've got people that used to be coming out because you're a new guy and trolling you just to have fun, and then you got people that wind up really deeply hating you. Yes, and then you got people that hate you and you grow on them and you win them over. So it's all a process. You know, it's like you get monetized, and now you're in the next level just because you're monetized. People think, oh boy, you know, let's make it straight. You're never gonna get mega wealthy off this if that's what you're trying to do. It's like the old saying. When you're a gambler, here's what the rule of thumb was. If you're going to a racetrack or a poker table, and you're going with the mindset of, man, my rent's due in 3 days. I'm $400 short. I really got to buckle down and play cards right. Or I got to pick the better horses, or whatever you're betting on. Forget it, you're done. You're done before even getting there. Because you're doing it and depending on it to pay bills. You're already cooked before you even pick your first horse, or before you sit at the card table, because your mindset, you're going to be making yourself a basket case inside. It's gonna. If you're playing cards, it's going to show. It's going to show the aura off your body. They're going to see if you're bluffing. You're just not going to be focused to have fun. That's true. That's why they say never gamble if you're doing it to pay bills. Biggest mistake you make. It's the same thing with this. It's like hitting a lottery when you get monetized. It's a lottery. Here's the point I want to make. Nobody that streams, and some people recognize that, this is not your business. It's still social media. You earn plateaus when you get so many subscribers, when you get so many hours. I don't like when these trucks, but they drive me crazy. God, man, they just are so loud. You know, and you gotta remember one thing. How can you call it your business? It's not your business if you can't control the button. If they could say, "Oh, we don't like this," bye. So it's still you're on a social media platform. Whether you're ranting and raving about your life, or you're telling everything about yourself, or you've got a format, your social media, you have no control. They can take it away from you. They've done it with bigger shows. They've proven. I believe at one time, was it Brennan? At one time he lost. He was suspended. Every one of them went through it. Shirley went through it, and they don't care. It's them pulling the strings, and they're the ones that are the business, and the business are taking 35% of everything. And if they don't like something you do, you know, I mean, let's face it. As far as my thumbnails, I mean, that was the reason they gave. I put it on every social media. I go back, there's nothing wrong with them. So everybody said, well, just to take a stretch, maybe the Batman or the Spider-Man. It was those thumbnails had nothing pertaining to any of the movies. But it's still, I didn't put on there Spider-Man. I didn't write in the thumbnail Spider-Man. I didn't write Batman. And even though I've done a Batman character, but then I look up and then I got another email from late last night, which came in, I saw it this morning, explaining, I asked, give me an explanation. I understand your policy. Help me understand what I did wrong. And they said, listen, here's what it is. There's 3 ways to look at the thumbnail policy. One, it's a thumbnail that it's violating because it's got nudity. It's violating because it's got pregnancy. That's one way. I don't have that, so I think that's not the problem. Then there's the thing of if your thumbnail is too strong and it draws a lot of people in, and then they go to that, and then you're not, and they're taking it as, well, there's no Batman or there's no Hulk, whatever except in there at all. They think that's misleading because if they click on it, that's a view. Now, they can't say you're purposely. Believe me, if you know me, I'm just learning all this stuff. So I did shows with Hackrite that taught me how to make AI stuff. And I want to just go on record. My friend Hackrite done nothing but help me and teach me. So I hope for any guy's sake, he don't think that he's worried about, I taught this poor guy and now he's off, he's monetized because of what we taught him. You didn't do nothing wrong. I was so ecstatic making thumbnails, and I didn't put I think if I would have put CatalanoTV in all the thumbnails, it would have identified to the channel. So I said, we're waiting now, because like I said, Vince said that thing earlier in the week that he was out of town, and Friday he'd be back, so he's supposed to see what he can do. There's no guarantee. If, like I said, if they don't overturn it, they're not taking me down. They explained that to me too. If it's not overturned, don't panic. You're still going to be a content creator, but go back and start with the thumbnails. That's it. But make sure the most important thing they're saying is the title. So like I did Sunday, when I did Sunday, I did Bible services. By putting the word, and I'm thinking this is not what they said, but if I put Bible study with friends, amongst friends and people, that explains it that it's just me. I made it Bible services like I was a preacher. I'm no preacher. I don't have a license to preach. But you can have a gathering. If you believe in God, you can gather with other people. You can gather in a Bible study with people. There's a lot of people that come and chat with that believe in God and they read the Bible. So it's just how you. It's like again what I said yesterday. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. If that's a common thing in life. So that's a learning tool for me. That's a learning mistake for me. So anyhow, if anybody, I don't blame anybody. Hackrite taught me, gave me the classes to teach me how to do all that great stuff, to be staying competitive with everybody else, that my page looks just as good as them. I am just new to it. It's like someone getting out of college that's going to be a lawyer in his first case. He botched something because sometimes you learn so fast and you're really taking it in, and sometimes going by the textbook out of everything don't mean you got to do that in life. Not saying to break anything, but sometimes you got to adapt your own way. So if anything, again, the first 2 times I wasn't allowed to be monetized was me. And this, I take the full responsibility. I put up, according to them, but it's not over yet. They're still reviewing everything. So that's what it said. We're still in our review process, but they took the time to give me more better explanation after they said, please don't send no more emails. That's what they asked. Because all you're doing is slowing up your process. They go, every time I send an email, it opens up a new case. So I was doing it through the button that they gave me to appeal it. So I kept sending emails. I sent it 2 a day. So now they got 7 emails or 8 emails. It generated a new case, and then it takes the time for someone they're starting all the work for the new case, and then they go, wait a second, this is the same guy, and it just slows up everything. So they said, please reframe until everything is settled. Here's the right, because they give you a number attached when you send it. Here's the right number to look up your case, and please, because you're just making. I've talked to several people. YouTube won't tell you nothing. Well, I stayed persistent and kept driving them crazy till I made someone say. Someone took the time to give me a 5-minute email with a little better explanation. So now I understand. I talked to people yesterday, said when I first announced I was taking demonetized for a thumbnail, everybody called me a liar. There's no such thing. And I'm like, well, all these big creators they're saying stuff like that. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. I started tweaking the other day. I never heard of that. Is that true? And oh yeah, I don't know. These are all here, and we're going to touch on them too. Yes, the thumbnail is one of their biggest things in the community guidelines. Plain as day. It will get you demonetized. But I was the big liar. I'm making up more stuff. Again, listen. I'm in such a good place in my life, is that damage is already done. The judgment on me is already done by the internet, which I don't really care anymore. I don't. The bottom line is, most of yous, we're never going to sit down and meet. We're not going to break bread. We're not going to be best friends. So it's a choice. It's a choice. And then you could you're going to get bored. You might come on and be all hyped up on us, and something's going to get you mad, or one little thing said, and you're going to get all hurt, and you're going to just go to another show, or you're going to get bored. It's life. I'd rather stay peaceful and friendly with everybody. But I'm not gonna worry about keeping numbers up. I don't care. I don't need to impress nobody. All I want to do for myself is continue my stream and just become a better content maker and have a format. So I started doing this last night. I went and I wrote down eight numbers, format for each show. First 15 minutes, intro and introduction. Second part, plugs and outlets if people want to support the channel. Third, you go into your topic for the show. Just stuff like that. And all the way, and then everything's in 15-minute increments. And then with the wrap-up at the end, talk about, wrap up what you talked about, give a little bit what's on for tomorrow. I see that. And I'm going to start doing that. Also, hang on. It's actually a beautiful day out. I'm going to, I gotta go pick up my groceries. I ordered my groceries online, and then I go pick them up. Unless it's like the water, so I just go right to the place across the street, or if I'm out, I just stop and grab every gas station will have cases of water outside. You just buy a cake, go and pay to grab the case. So that stuff like that, I don't care. But I'm gonna get my meals and stuff. They'll be ready at 6:30, so I'll go pick them up. Go over there and call in, and they'll bring them out to my car. Anyhow, where was I? I lost my chain of thought there. Where the heck was I? Well, we were talking about something. I know we were talking about numbers and stuff, the format. Yeah, format. So, I mean, yes. Because I've had people that are normal, people that frequent the internet, that what's your topic today? What's your format? They enjoy a format. And then I went back, and Hackway has preached this to me for many months. Now it's time to get a format. And he laid it out because you're a big Howard Stern guy for years. Go on the website, and it breaks it down, what they did each time frame, and which is right. So yes, oh yeah, I know what I was talking about. So then I got people, as I'm building the Patreon page back up, because I had it going, and it's the same price as the YouTube. So I figured if people really enjoyed us and are fans, they'll go over and get a free 7 days. So some people went over. And then one of the older people that was a member, he was kind enough to write me back. He wasn't rude. He says, I'm Mr. Catalano, unfortunately, when I canceled my membership before, you're just, for me, to sit down and watch, you're all over the place. I like something more organized, and you know, and you're making, like, you just keep making different shows. My suggestion is stick what you find works. When you find something that works, stick with it. Keep it at the same time and go with that. He's right, and I wrote back, you're right. As a creator, when you're new, you are all over the place. But how are you going to learn? How are you going to learn what ticks and what don't work? You got to keep trying stuff. And then we started out back in June of last year, and then DG came on the board, brought what he brought to the table. And then at the time we had guests like American Cupcake. We had Hackright coming in and Hackright doing all different characters. We had a lot of good guests, but the risk of that is if you make someone mad or if they're really part of a troll family, eventually they're going to get your confidence and they're going to hurt your channel, because that's what it's about. So it's a game to them. Their business is to see how much that individual can take, how nice he's going to be during the trolling, if he's going to take some of the easy stuff and just let it roll off his tongue, which I didn't take nothing. I got mad at everything because I just saw a different. I looked at them at a different angle. But I wound up being right about them. They're just a hate team that the more people they knock, the more they grow. The more they just feast, and they just won't stop. And that's fine. So I learned how to be like them, and as you see, most of the battles I won, they've won one or two. But that's okay. The end result is the end result. The end result, the war, I will take triumph on that. And so, as far as that, I understand that they got to be there. So, I'm listening to this person that's writing me this, and I'm agreeing with him, and I write him back, like I said, and I say, you're right, we are all over the place. We don't have a format, a show format. We bouncing, just coming on randomly. You're right. But you got to stay popular and keep people to know your name, and you got to try to figure what's going to work. And like I said, so we get the show started July and August, and we had a format, kind of like a show where we had 6 or 7 people on the panel, and we were just trash talking. And me and DG and I would go back and we'd say, well, let's cut the show to an hour and a half. And I'm like, no. He said, why? I said, go back and look. He said, man, we don't even get cooked until about after an hour and a half. That's when everybody starts rolling in, and we're getting less, and we're getting in this. And I said, it's because of our third hour and our fourth hour is what's bringing in the views, because people are hearing, man, these guys are on a roll, man. They've been on 2 hours. They were terrible in the beginning, but now. So we start building up to getting. Our average was 600, 700 views per show, and that was not bad for where we were at. Then the trolling started even harder, and I started being more argumental. I got sick a couple times in between. I went to the hospital. I took some time off, and then I came out, and I was doing argumental shows, and it was fight shows, and those were great. Anything I did on Stutter and John went through the roof. I always was guaranteed to hit 12, 1,500. Some people that had Stutter and John, they hit 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 numbers. His name, anything you put Stutter and John's name in, and everybody does it. Everybody uses his name. And the one thing he is 100% right about. If you got my name on it, it don't matter. He's right about that. And he's right about that whole Dabbleverse. If you took him and he went completely gone, yeah, people are going to hang, but it ain't going to be like it is. So for that, I thank him. I don't have to call him and thank him. I can call him anytime. I don't choose to be on a friendly level with him. I'm not going to be rude to him if he calls me. And if I feel like picking up, I'm always going to be kind, because he was a part of helping me build on here, no matter what he did. I don't agree with what he does. I told him off. He better never talk about that, what he did, and I don't think he will. I don't trash him. I don't talk about him. I wish him nothing but the best. People come to me, how are you friends with Shuli? I'm not going to say a bad word about Shuli. Shuli's my friend. They're all my friends over there, and I love them all. So, but John's name, for anybody that's coming up, and then people see that, oh, look at how I'm trying to write John's coattail. It's just me? Everybody does it. I mean, look at some of the people that have gotten very wealthy off of that. But no millionaires. Nobody's going to be a millionaire. Because you know why? YouTube is the boss, and they can do anything they want. So if you're not controlling your own show. So that's why, after what happened, and I guess a Hackright, I know it was me and Hackright, but someone said somebody else went down that day, and I don't know if they did. I talked to that person. He didn't mention it to me, so I think that was just someone just making it up. But Maybe he didn't just didn't want to talk about it. I don't know. I don't push issues when people don't want to talk. He's my friend, and he helps me out. And then, everybody does StreamYard. StreamYard is okay, but it just looks, they don't leave you no options to make it look really crisp and good. There's a, I think it's OVMAX, EVMAC, or MAX. It's a streaming platform that they got so much stuff in there that I started using, and I'm going to be using that tonight. I'm going to do my 8 o'clock show from Rumble. I'm gonna focus, like I said, I put all my cards in with YouTube. But then again, when I sat down and talked with a few people, it don't matter what social outlet you use. You can't really say it's a business. You just gotta do the best you can and hope you're blessed with people that are gonna love you and support you. That's it. It's anybody can do it. It's either they love you or they hate you. The problem is if you got too much hate is good, it balances. It's about balance, like I said. But when you got really everybody hating and trolling you, it's not going to be good because you're not going to get the algorithm going. So now we get to the part C of my format for talking today. Is we know that everybody starts out with nobody on live views, 2, 3. We know that the views are 150. I mean, look at Kai. He's so consistent and does such a good job, and his shows were always hitting 50, 60. He's finally he's kind of up the ladder now real good. His shows are starting to hit numbers now because he's consistent and he does a great job. I laughed my rear end off yesterday. That thing he did about me in his spiel when he put it up about I forgot what he called it, but he was right. 3 minutes of it was fun. He wrote me an email. I was not feeling good. I had to take care of a couple of things that I forgot. I got back home and there's days that it's got nothing to do with my heart or my high blood pressure. I get these headaches real bad, and I get dizzy, and that might be. I've had CAT scans in my head. That could be the long-term damage of all the drug use I did. That where I noticed that sometimes I get slurred speech, or I can't get things out. I get a lot of that. But then again, I know I need prescription glasses, which I told you I went one time to the eye doctor. He gave me these glasses, and I picked my frames that I liked that look good on me. But he put these bifocal things in, and he goes, and I kept getting dizzy. He said, no, you got to get your eyes used to looking above it. If you look down, you're going to be looking at it, it's going to give you a headache. And after about 2 weeks of that, I threw the glasses in the garbage, and I called him up and said, you know what, that product stinks. And he says, well, you didn't give it a no. And I never went back to him. So I went to resorting to using the reading glasses, which are fine, but my eyes are getting bad. My great-great-grandfather wore bifocals that thick. That thick. He was a blind man when he got to his old age. So that runs in my family. So I got to get back in the eye doctor. I don't want that bifocal stuff in it, though. It drives you nuts. I got no time to train my eyes. I got enough stuff on my plate. I got to train myself how to do better content. I got to train myself how to be on time for all my appointments. I got to worry about training my eyes. I got no time for that, Got to worry about that. I stay devoted to my beliefs with the Bible and keep and just show God that I love Him. I got to devote so much time a day to that. I have to. That's what keeps me walking straight, being upbeat, being happier to people, being nicer to people, and because the feeling in my heart is knowing that I'm walking and I got God in my heart is wonderful. So for me, for a guy like me who was always angry and all over the place, going to God is the smartest thing I could ever do for me, for my soul. So now I'm happy, and I'm no miracle worker. I'm not going to say I'm not going to have bad days. I'm going to wake up and still have medical problems or be in pain from something. But the point is, I'm taking the time for me to make myself as healthy as I can. And then you get, and I get discouraged when I go on the internet sometimes. But most of the time, I look at the people saying it, and I'm saying, you know what, they're just trying to get people to laugh. So, the death pool they got, now it's down to me and John. One of us are dying this year. Well, I'll tell you what, if you got me, you're a fool. And if you got me next year, you're a fool. If you got me 5 years now, because Joseph Samuel Catalano III has one goal, first and foremost, for me to live, to be healthy, to me be vibrant, to me be able to take my grandsons to the ballpark, or take my granddaughters to the store and go shopping with them and buy them things, or to just to go out and take all my children and their children to a place where amusement park, and I'd be able to walk around with them and enjoy it. That's what my first and foremost goal is. So all that other stuff is second nature to me. It don't matter. I don't gotta please nobody. I gotta please myself though. I gotta keep myself happy. If I stay happy, the people around me are gonna be happy. If I stay miserable and hateful, I'm gonna make a lot of people hateful. Which is, we'll get to that area in a minute. Is why, and that's gonna be tomorrow's topic, is why are trolls so miserable? That's tomorrow, but I'm gonna touch on it a little bit at the end about tomorrow. I'm not gonna bash them, but I'm gonna just, my opinion of why are there human beings, you know, that let themselves become unhuman, and what makes them tick? We'll touch my opinion tomorrow on that. So that's tomorrow's topic on the walk. But now we get to the point where the guy says I'm all over the place. I am. Sometimes I'll start a story and I'll get sidetracked because someone asked me something, and I'll start telling go into another thing, and then I forget about the other one. That's just me. That's how my personality ticks, man. I'm sorry about that. But people sometimes they go, hey, that's just Joseph. Well, everybody knows me as Joe. That's just Joey C. You know, he's like that, but he's harmless. That's just me, you know. I'm a scatterbrain, you know. And then you know, and of course, I get my share of people making fun because, well, that guy. You ever read him write a sentence or in the chat room? He don't even make sense. Yeah, you're right. I don't. You know what it is? I write so fast. My fingers are bigger than my keyboard, and I sit in the dark a lot. I don't have a lot of light to live on, because if I'm streaming late, I don't want to wake people up with all the lights on. So, and then I don't go back and look. I think I know the keyboard, and I'll push. If I want to see whatever's next to C, I put it, and I don't bother look for commas. I just send it, and then like my wife said, it's okay if you make mistakes. Proofread it. But I couldn't tell you the proper way where a comma should go. The one day I started putting commas everywhere, and a guy goes, you put about 13 commas you don't need to put in there. Well, gee, I go, make your mind up. You're telling me I don't make sense, so I start making it in a little sense. He goes, yeah, and then he goes, and then he wrote me a paragraph. He goes, do you see mine? I said, yeah, you see how it's written? Yeah. Does that look like that? I go, no, it's the same amount of words, right? He goes, you see, I go, I think I understand. He goes, you really don't you? I go, no, I don't. He goes, is it because you don't want to? I said, no, I just never paid attention to school and thought it was he goes, but now it's necessary in life, because even on normal talking on a social media, people can tell. Some people get very frustrated if they think your intelligence level. My intelligence level might be down because I can't make a paragraph, or I can't write a word, or I misspell. That don't mean I'm not intelligent. There's things I know you couldn't even fathom to do, or know how to do, or how to get out of it. Fortunately, mine is all related to survival. And I'm very knowledgeable when it comes to surviving, or going into strategies, or going into war with somebody, or going into battle. And that, first and foremost, I am very good at finding and looking to find that the people are phony. I'm very good at judging and knowing someone's a good right off the after talking with somebody, if they're just not who they are, appear they are. I can judge that right away. Not judge it, but I can see it. Or if I know someone's trying to get to me, like we'll talk about how the trolls think they're so good when they switch up their personality to be under another name nice. But see, the thing is, they're so deep in trolling that they give up somewhere in that course of a half an hour that it's really the person that's been taunting you for a long time, because they'll say things in their sentences that they've always said to you for months and months as them, and that's when you know. But I don't want to. So let me finish this one up. See, I was getting ready to jump to something. I'll finish it. See, that's what I do. I caught myself. Good job, Joe. All right. So then you get to where stick with one show. He's right. Kai's got his morning show, and he's got his thing on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's all pertaining tied to the same thing. He does his show consistently. That's what he does. That's what he's satisfied with. My wife and Venom have always stuck to the Alpha Shot Lounge, but I get appearances on shows that I've done, on Kai's show, but they've been always consistent. Their numbers were always never majorly big, but respectable. But then they started when it started tailing down. When I wasn't going on, sometimes I'd go on for a day, you don't see me for 2 weeks. I go on for 2 or 3 days, you don't see me for 3 weeks. Every time they were on, every time Kai was always, where's the boss? Where's Joey C? We haven't seen them. They wanted, they were thirsty for me. And then when I went on, if I made an appearance the next day, I would hit close to 1,000. So I'm like, okay, so it's not because they like me, because they want to see me going crazy on people. And that was cool. Or they want me to have a stream that's going to be, where I'm going to be nuts and I'm going to be bashing everybody. Like the Christmas stream, where I didn't care. And I played all kind of music, because I thought the channel was going to get blown up by YouTube. And I didn't care. And I got all these, played 15 songs that day, and I got copyright. Like, but that's okay, this creator lets people use this on YouTube, so you're not going to hurt your channel, but we recommend you change the song, and they give you the tools to do it. So, but I didn't care, because I thought the channel was going to go bye-bye. That's why we were building a second channel. So, but you know, it turned out that we did get monetized we were blessed for 21 days. We've been on, how many days has it been now? Was it this day 3 or day 4 we've been demonetized? And I did say the whole outcome, if it doesn't get back on in the next, by next Tuesday, it's a 90-day, what they call it. See, you explain that. If you don't, we'll make a decision by Monday or Tuesday. So that's why I hope Vince gets in there and makes the difference. If you don't, then it's a 90-day suspension from being monetized. Not 90-day suspension of taking the channel down. They go as, it'll be called, I'm demonetized, I'm under suspension for 90 days. I can reapply after 90 days if that's the way it goes after Tuesday. So I'm like, okay, so, but you still get to create. We advise you to take the time if we make that decision, which the way they're talking, it's like, are they trying to soften me up? But they don't know that the lawyer's coming in yet. So that's, so I just listened. I didn't write them back. They told me not to. I listened. And so, but that's what I think they're leaning at, to just kind of break it easy. So, but it's a 90 days suspension from being monetized from the date they originally did it. So I guess they even told me if by giving me the date, because they didn't put it up there, there's nothing in the studio that says you are in your day so-and-so of your suspension. It's still up there saying you can appeal it. And they didn't give me no official email saying we made our final decision. But they already said you got, by March 20th, you could reapply. So I'm kind of thinking like, I'm sorry, May 20th. They've already pretty much, I think they're going to deny it, but they don't know the lawyer's coming. The lawyer makes a big difference. Once a lawyer goes in there, and as good as I hear he is with YouTube, that could have probably changed the whole course. Which, is that going to be a good thing for me? It's going to make everybody that hates me mad. All them trolls are going to be mad, because they've went as far as to admit that they've wrote in and they struck my channel with certain things that they initiated. They're taking the credit for it. And I think that's a little, because if they would have got credit for it, I would have got a letter saying this person struck your channel. I didn't get none of that. They might have wrote in on my channel, which anybody can do, but they didn't pay attention to none of you guys. So don't get to credit like you're some hero, because you're not. And it doesn't matter if you did, because it just makes you more of a stupid person to try to hurt somebody, you know. So back to the all over the place. So what's worked for me, that's really worked for me since I've been doing this last year, the walk and talk streams. That's what I got to focus on. With a couple times a week, I'll do an evening show pertaining to the walk and talk stream with a couple added formats in there. But I'm going to talk about the week, like on a Friday tonight. I'm going to talk about my week of walking, everything we did, what we went through, all what was said. Just go through kind of the breakdown, what happened, what's happened with Joseph Samuel in the week and this weekend. I got to listen tonight as come to Rumble, you know, tonight's stream, Rumble on Rumble, you know. I also explain, we're going to get to that. I'll let them do that in a minute. But so that's it. I'm going to stick to one format that's working. I am getting, for me, maybe to other people, if you think 1,400 views or 1,200 views are a lot, for me, consistently every day, for me, I'm ecstatic. Because if you're doing consistently that, you'll get to the next level of the 2,000, then you'll be in the 3,000, and then you'll be in the 4,000. And this is a guy without no talent that don't have a format. So I think based on that, I'm doing okay. Now I'm going to touch on people that claim they love Joey C and always have. How quick they switch. How quick they still got to use my name and they're established and well loved. And I'm not saying that I make the difference, but I don't get it. I love them all. I'm never going to hate on them. Let's take OJ yesterday. My final deal on the coffin is what Wonderful bass pill did. Great guy, which I always complimented him on his content. I always said he did great stuff. He nailed Joey C's coffin with this, blah, 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 with the 3 things. Okay. And then he goes on and on and on. I don't know what that guy's up to. What do you care what I'm up to, OJ? I don't go on your channel and disrupt it or say anything bad about you on your channel and try to twist the people of the Dabbleverse. Okay? El Horrible played a big part of my life of being just with positive stuff he said to me. And Tukey always having me on Tukey Soup. From number 1 all the way to at least 15 of them, he always promoted me, making fun of me. I took the best of what he thought would make people laugh. I'm the only one in history that was a live guest on Tukey Soup twice. The only one in history. They didn't have guests on that show. I was. And he's wrote me saying, keep up the good work, man. We need you in the Dabbleverse. You're a good creator. Your talents are showing. And then the other day, I don't watch him live no more because I don't like people that make that kind of a turn. If you want to talk bad about, I don't care, you were doing that anyhow. If you want to make fun of me, but you're making it like I'm like something that pests on the bottom of your show because you're making all this money. You're not being humble no more, man. Your head's going through your roof. We all know that you're the guy, the king. You got more talent than anybody, and Tukey's the bomb. But when you start going from at least being kind to people that are underneath you to making them feel like they're peasants, your soul's starting to rot. And that's what the people you're making. That's from your daddy. We know who that is. Because he's just rotten to the core. Melton just can't help it. And that's because you're so in love with Melton, Rocco, is why. Because you always used to be kind. Even if you knew, why do I want to make them feel bad? I'll be kind to them. They don't never get mad when I joke on them. And you do it in such a good way. I love being on Tukey Soup. But now you're treating me like I'm some peasant on the bottom of your shoe. And that'll never happen. I don't care how old I am, how big you are. I don't care. You will never demoralize me like that. And you're going to see me March 21st. And you're going to come up and you're going to be all lovey-dovey. Save it. I'm going to be polite. I'm going to be professional. I don't need to have people like that hanging on me. I'll shake your hand for all the people there. I'll even smile. But I don't need that phoniness. Because you made me feel like I was on the bottom of your soul, like I was some kind of slave walker with you. And I'm not, pal. So I don't care. You are the best on the internet. The most creative, the funniest, and now you're letting your head swell up because you're listening to that moron in Las Vegas who is a hateful, terrible human being. And he is, and I don't care because I've never been afraid of him. But he can come tomorrow and say what he wants. It's the truth about him. And Rocco is such a great guy. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. So for Joseph Samuel, Joey C, as you know him, Rocco, I will never be your enemy. I will never go on and do anything to hurt you or try to be a jerk off like other people have. You want to talk bad about me, that's fine, but you're not going to treat me as a human being like I'm something on the bottom of your soul. I'll never allow that to happen again. So, but when I see you, because you're going to be there, I'll be a professional, shake your hand, want to take a picture with, take a picture if I have one, I would like 1 or 2, and that's it. We'll keep it professional. But as far as we're going to hang and have breakfast and all that, or lunch, not going to happen, brother, because you're the one that changed by being a jerk to me. And OJ, you did the same thing, and I had more interactions with you than anybody. And you got his opinion, I respect that. But when you go out and you shake your head, I don't know what that guy's doing, and you're communicating me, and you know, and I'm talking to you, and you have your beliefs, I don't care about that part. It's like, you always said, Joey, no matter what people say, I like Joey C's entertaining. And then you're going to sit there and kind of do the opposite. I don't mind you talking bad about me, but when you're doing it, saying, but I like Joey C, he's cool with me, we've kind of got close, that it makes it better. But when you go and just try to straight up be negative about me, and I'm going to touch why. I'm not begging, OJ. I'm not doing nothing that nobody else does. Everybody does it in a different format. You think that Brennan don't beg for Super Chats the way he does it? Or anybody that's big? I mean, come on, man. And then it makes all the haters call me a poor. Listen to me. A poor person is someone that don't have $1 in their name, live on the street, haven't taken a bath in a year, and they don't know if they're gonna eat. I got a roof over my head. I shower. I got clean clothes. I buy clothes when I need new clothes. I pay my bills. I have 2 cars. Okay? I don't have no large saving account because when you go, you can't take it with you. I've had bad habits I've enjoyed most of my life. I would be retiring legitimately in 4 years anyhow, and get what I pay into Social Security to collect my Social Security like everybody's right to in America. I took out the Social Security, my Social Security I paid in early because I had to have major surgeries, which I had 3 of them in the last 8 years. Now, I come to more health problems, all due to my younger years and everything I've done wrong. And it was my right to take I don't take SSI. SSI is someone that's never worked and is paid out of funds from taxpayers. Everybody thinks that they know everything. I don't. I get regular disability, which I paid in for. It's just my Social Security that I took early, which I got penalized on because when you take it out early, it drops tremendously by 50%. So if I never touched it at regular retirement of 65 or 67, I would be pretty good, okay for my retirement. Because you take it early, you get penalized. So I had no choice though. What am I gonna do, not live? So it is what it is. People are like, go get a job. I tell you something about going to get a job. I worked 33 straight years in the same profession. Don't ever preach to me and say I didn't work. Ever. God knows as my witness, I busted my tail for my family for 33 years in the same field. Same field. I paid my dues when it comes to work. I've been working since I was 12 years old. Every day. When I was a teenager, I had 4 or 5 different jobs. I went everywhere to make jobs. I mopped floors for $1 an hour, shine shoes. I answered phones at pizzerias and local. I've done it all. Don't ever call me lazy when you don't know me, because you're just doing it to be funny, and you're not funny. Anybody that does that, tell me go get a job. I don't need to get a job. I'm retired. I put my money in hard labor. So that makes me very angry, and that's what I had to get on I had to pray about it today, because I'm angry now, but not angry like old Joey C. But I'm angry that people make mistakes. It's, again, how you say it, not what you say. Balance. It's like people that stay on top of my coattail. If you go to their page and you put the quick video and you click the most popular, you'll see all my videos at the bottom. I'm at least the one that brings some views for them. I'm nobody. Nobody. For a small part of people, for a few hundred people that have haters, to sit there and get happy for that moment. And that's why I come to the conclusion. I'm never going to stop. I'm no fake preacher. God is not. I wouldn't play with God. I'm at a place in my life that He shines down on me and He's blessing me because I'm giving the love I'm supposed to give to God. I'm giving the time. I'm taking part of my day and devoting it by myself, sitting down, reading the Bible, and talking to God. I pray when I go to sleep. That's for me. You guys blow this up like I'm a church person. And again, I did it to myself when I made that video saying church Bible services. I guess by that title, I understand that it looks like I'm a reverend, I'm a priest, I'm a pastor. No, I was just a man that accepted God, that walks with God, and wanted to talk, just share some moments. Everything gets blown up, and you got to be careful, especially when you're scrutinized like I am. I got to be very careful with a fine tooth. It's like I really don't. I haven't watched a chat in the last couple of days when I walk. There's gonna be people here. It don't matter. Even I was like that when I was super chat. People want to say I'm begging for money. No, I'm just trying to make a point. Some people sent me some money the other day when I put down that band about 5 cents, and then Tukey went on and it'll cost you penalties and all that. Some people will have to pay a first service fee. He's right. Okay? One person sent me 5 cents, and a few people sent me $10. And it was the same people that never talk bad about me, that have always been supportive of me. And then I went out and I stocked up on my water, because it was only like 25 bucks, I think. I bought like 4 cases of water, and I think I got my good meal for that day with some fruit. It was a blessing, and I'm grateful. But it goes to the short bit. For 5 cents, people really don't really hate you. I don't care if you got a $1 penalty. If that's gonna hurt you, then you know what? That's sad. And if you want to call it begging, OJ, I don't make my streams. I never made my streams about money. Never. But when you get monetized and now you're focusing it to try to do it as a business, which is not. It's because I'm doing it. I'm no good. it's funny first, money later, the phrase over at Tubi. He's funny. I'm not. He's a creator when it comes to writing jokes and timing. That's not me. Of course the money's going to come because he's well loved. I am entitled to anything that is able for anybody that is monetized. I should have the same privileges to promote it and get it any way I want. And if it sounds like begging, I'm sorry I'm not as cordial as you. I'm direct to the point. I'm not phony. I don't hide behind an orange. I don't scared to show my face, but you take a picture showing your face. That's ridiculous. You showed your face in a picture that went all over the internet, OJ, with you, Ray, and Cupcake. Everybody knows what you look like, but you're going to give something lie. It's because of the field grin. You're camera shy. You won't admit it, but the orange shields you from being camera shy. And I'm going to call you out on that one. And God just put that one in my head. You want to go and throw daggers? You're the biggest person in the world that is not a man when you hide your face. And you're going to see you. And I'll say that right to your face when I see you. I know how big you are. That you're not a man when you hide behind your orange. I don't care. What are you going to do? You're going to punch me out over there? I don't care. I'll fight back. I'll go to jail. I don't care. But don't throw daggers at me when you're one that hides like a coward behind the orange. Okay? And that's the only thing I'll ever say bad about you. See, people think they get misconstrued. I guess you're not with God no more. Jesus told people off. If you read and say and watch stuff that they documents, Jesus could tell people off. Jesus was a human. I'm a human being, so I am entitled to get angry. It's how I do it. It's how full blown. I'm not going to swear words or be nasty. You're a coward to say those things about me. Everybody knows who you are. You just are afraid to be honest you because you can't do it. The orange gives you it gives you the power to flow. And that's a fact, I promise you, is why you wear that orange coat, and the fact that that's what you always did. You always were hid behind something. And I'm not saying people, when I did this the other day, Hackwright wrote me, said, you don't like me no more? No! You don't go out and talk bad about nobody. You don't even make comments bad about nobody. Hackwright lives very pure. Even if he dislikes somebody, he won't even go on and make a comment about it. But these guys who make the money are always criticizing. Let me tell you, here's my game plan, OJ, so you know. So you know the next time you're talking, and don't send me no links. I'm never going to go on your guys' show. I don't care. I sent you late, buddy. Come on. I don't want to talk. I don't owe you anything. I don't talk to people that don't show their face. I just pull the John. Okay? I don't talk to someone that is meaningless, that is an orange, not acting as a human being. So don't send me a link. Because I don't care, your opinion means nothing. Maybe I don't say it the proper way to your liking. I'm sorry, orange. Go squeeze some juice out of you, okay, and drink it, all right? And I know you're gonna hear this. I don't dislike you. I'm not your enemy. I'm gonna meet all you. I'm looking forward to meeting all you. But don't think it's gonna be like a buddy thing. I'm gonna be professional because I love Carl, and Carl invited me. And I'm ecstatic to go. I will be the best professional person in the world. Carl knows when I tell him something, because when he first brought me on, he goes, you're clingy, you get people's numbers, you're not once have I ever harassed Carl since I became his friend, not one time. Because he always, when I do see him, treats me like a human being. And when he says something about me, he says something good like I do about Carl. Same way, truly. They treat me like a human being. They don't criticize me to my face, and they don't say nothing bad. Even behind when I go on, they don't talk about me to get a laugh or to get something. They don't. That's how you know someone's real. They don't got time for that. Those guys got a business to run. Okay? They show that they really care. All these guys that want to bounce at somebody or just keep talking about somebody, trust me, they know that it's going to bring more people in because everybody that hates me, they want to know what the good people are saying about me. So they can make a determination. They say, I was right about that guy. You're a poor. You're this. You're an egg addict. You're poor. You're a jailbird. I'm all of the above and proud of it. At least I can look myself in the mirror, and when I do die, I know where I'm going. Never have I been phony with anybody. Ever been phony with anybody. So, like I said, you made a key mistake as far as ever trying to be my friend. I'll never be your enemy. If we're ever in public together, I will be professional. and I would do what I'm supposed to do. Many Martin and Lewis, if they saw us in public, they had to be civil and cordial for the press, for the papers, for wherever they were. But they didn't talk to each other out there. I don't need any of that extra stuff outside of it, because you guys showed your true colors that you really don't, you just want me to make fun of me. So I proved that you would say, no, don't leave the dabble version. And then I don't really show, I don't really show Joey C much. No, I haven't talked to him, but yeah, this guy. Let's look at he's walking and preaching. It's funny because I like the fact that he's almost getting hit by a semi. That's really nice. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, here it goes. Here goes the beg. And then you make a thing about me, which you didn't even put my right. You didn't even get my right PayPal. So whoever's getting that money that everybody's sending to, because you guys told them to, and I'll listen to guys like that who's sending out their 5 cents, you just send it to an account that's not mine. I didn't get none of that, so that's why probably I'm not talking about it. It's at Joey C0120, not what they put. I can't understand what he admitted he got no feet. He's got no feet. That's the dumbest thing in the world. Oh, let's get him to show his feet. Or let's get him to say an apology because we can. And he didn't say nothing. Stop trying. Here's why we walked all the way to 7-Eleven. We completed an extra half a mile, I think. No, not a half a mile. So that'd be another mile by the end. Get back that I added to my walk, and it's coming so easy. I got my feet. I'm tired of listening. I got no feet to pay. You guys that sounds so stupid. I don't know where that's funny. I got all my toes. I got all my feet. I'm not a diabetic. I could have been, but I have been doing the things to lower that, which I'm sure I have already just by the changing, staying away from the soda and eating healthy. I think when I go in for that test, I'm going to be back to normal. So, if you got me in the death bowl, you're going to lose a lot of money. John looks like he's sick because of he drinks, that's cirrhosis. Being gray in spots, that's bad. That's something you can't fix if the liver's already gone. I hope not. I don't wish nobody no death like people wish on me. When you wish death on people, guess what happens? You could be wealthy, rich, the funniest guy in the world, and then something tragic will happen to you. You could just be out going outside your door, and then someone will be out there. A bullet will come flying from another neighborhood that was meant for somebody else, and you'll get the bullet in your heart, and you'll be dead. That's the kind of stuff that happens to people that wish death on people. You just be walking normally, and if he really's got a sister that's 4 years old, which I don't know, you're a horrible person. You know what? One thing I'm so glad that my senses are coming back to the younger me, where my mind's getting sharper again. So when you're not sharp and your nose is not sharp, you let a lot of phoniness get into your world. And if you really are, and you think that's a joke, and people that like that, and they like people talking on their kids, you're a horrible man. You are. And your wife should slap the crap out of you for even uttering that. And your mother should slap you for talking about your baby sister like that. God forbid if anybody ever done anything to my sisters, I was quick to beat them up as fast as I could, defend their honor. But they don't make men like me. All gone. That's why everybody hates me, because they don't like people from my era. They don't like a guy to fight back. They want you to take it and then say, it was funny, you guys are better than me. Never will happen. I will never grace or apologize to anybody that is hateful and think that they're going to be that they're okay with saying those things, because they all wind up dying. Even if they live a long life, when they do die, it's a horrible way, some terrible cancer, or they got caught in a fire. Trust me, it will happen. Karma is the worst thing when it comes back to you. And in your prime, soak it up, because it's all about money. That's what everybody craves. So they can have better things. They can go sit at the company picnic and say, man, hey, I got a Corvette. So what? I got a Bentley. You know, that's what it's all about. Man, that's a nice rocket hand, man. But look at this rock I got on my chest. That's what it's all about. Material things. Terrible. Oh, I just put a nice swing set in the back seat in the backyard for my kids. Heck, I got me livestock out there. That's all it's about. Phony. Material things, you don't take them. You buy a car for $100,000. As soon as you drive it off, it's worth $80. 1 year goes into it, it's down to $50. 2 years into it, it's down to $30. 10 years into it, you sell for lucky for $5,000. You paid $100,000 for it. doesn't hold no value. Cars are the worst thing in the world. Property is the only thing that holds value. Trust me. Gold holds value. Gold will go down, but it'll always come back. Property always comes back. Dumb guys don't know that though. Silver is just not never hit nothing high. It's a good investment if you got a lot of it. AT&T at one time, Ma Bell was a winner for stock. Google, if you got off the ground with Google in the beginning, which it was still high, you were smart. Stocks are dangerous. Stocks are dangerous. Yahoo was something at one time. I don't think they're anywhere near what they hit. There's a lot of companies. These penny stocks, it's a gamble. But when the marijuana thing started coming on, it was banking on if it was going to go federal. If it went federal, those stocks would have went through the roof. Because people think those dispensaries are safe. Let me tell you something. If you're on a marijuana card, you're not protected from being arrested. Just want you to know that. Because if the federal government decides, we're going to go clean up some medical places, and you're in there getting your stuff, you're going to jail. Federal, going to prison. Then you can say, oh my God, people start calling you a scumbag. Ah, you're a prisoner. You're no good. Oh, I've just smoked marijuana. I don't care. You went to prison. You're a scum. That's what I'm going to say to you. I'm a scum because I went to prison. So don't ever talk like that to people, because when it turns and comes to you, or something tragic happens to someone you love, I'll be the perfect example. I won't get there. Somebody got so upset that someone took their screen name was going around as them. When it was done to me, why are you so sensitive? Why do you care what people say about you? The minute it was their name, they were crying wolf, just like I said they will. That's a phony person. That's someone that thinks they're tough because they got a keyboard. That's someone that has no sense of direction. And I'm not going to single them out, because the old me, the me that walks with God, I don't do that no more. But yeah, you didn't like it. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the person that took my name and is acting like me. Dumb. It happened to you. Now it's not okay. What's the matter? What do you care? Why do you care? Huh? Why do you care that they're using your name? It's not going to hurt you. What matters? It's on the internet. That's when you know people are really phony. So phony that they make you want to barf. Oh, I've got my nails done. Yeah, so, you see, oh, God, you know, I shaved it down there, you know, and got all my legs waxed, and, you know, I'm going on in town tonight because a woman, and I got to say this without being nasty. A woman, here's a fact. When a man is young, good looking, successful, and he's getting a shower, it's Friday night, and he puts on, he's got his hair perfect, every nose hair perfect, everything, there's no hairs anywhere showing when they're not supposed. He's all lined up, he's got the best Armani suits, he's putting on the best cologne, he's got the best car. Does he know, without a doubt, he's going out to find a woman? Can he go out, get in that car, get to that club and say, I am going to be sleeping with a woman tonight? He cannot. He will try. But when a woman waxes that up, exercise, got them hips looking good, and that buttocks looking good, and their breasts looking good, and she's showing some sexy cleavage, putting her nails on, putting that sexy perfume on, the great high heels, and she walks that walk, and she's got that walk with 20,000 people in that room got their eyes on her. She knows she's taking the man home because she controls everything. That's the difference. That's the difference. If I ain't hit that right on the head, a woman could go out any day of the week. If she wants to take a man home to sleep with, it's done. No matter if she's ugly or not, she'll go home with somebody. Because men are dogs. That's what they are. They don't care. As long as they can take their penis and inject it into a vagina, that's all they care about. They don't think about nothing. Oh my God, what did I just do? Well, you just probably got yourself all kind of diseases. And then people think because a woman's all dressed up and comes from money, she's classy, you're more likely to get disease from a woman like that because they're the ones that silently sleep around with 100 men a week. Because they got the rich daddy at home, a husband that who's sleeping with all his secretaries, and they got control of the money. So they go sleep with any roughneck guy they can. The roughneck guy slips with about 50 to 100 a week. And they don't think about just they want to put the scent of a man while they're laying next to their husband. So I know you're doing it, I'm doing it. I want to be noticed. You don't pay attention to me. That's why I do it. You don't comfort my feelings. Women say they cheat because it's about feelings. Men cheat just to do it because the knots on that they got another woman. Women are emotionally tied. They won't cheat for a one-night stand. The ratings are in those magazines, the men's magazines, the women. The poll says women don't cheat just to go out and do it. Men do. Men go out and cheat on women. It has nothing to do with the emotional tie or love. Men don't put love when they go on a cheat. Men just do it because they're men. Women, oh no, I couldn't do one-night stands. I have to have feelings and fall for the guy. Liar! The fact is that you want penis in you. That's all. And the person you're married to ain't giving it to you the right way. Because you're a human being and you like it. And the problem is with the Dalvers is the fans, they judge by the cover of everything. Or the internet in general. You judge by the cover. If you like someone a lot, you believe everything he says without even investigating. So majority of people has labeled me as a scumbag, as a poor, as a criminal. I guess the internet's gonna be, oh boy. It's like, what's your guys' end game? We want you to leave. Who are you to tell me to leave? If you don't, turn me off. You don't have to listen to me. Everything you do on me, if you check your page and hit from popular to the bottom, all my videos are at the bottom but one. So you're not really gaining nothing with me. Move on. Because I'm not going nowhere. I will purposely stay on till the day I die just to drive those types crazy. And if I ever get to the point where I don't care about this monetization at all, and my wife said I'm not doing this more, and Spider said I'm not doing it, and Kai goes a different direction, and I'm just going to come on every day to make them miserable. Every day. Them. In a good way. Because I'm going to have my Bible, and God's going to be telling me what to say, and they're going to get so upset that they're either going to go jump off a bridge, put a gun to their head, or they're going to leave me alone. Because I'm not going nowhere. Ever. As long as I'm breathing. And the result is YouTube monetization, YouTube views. Who cares? Who cares? It don't get you nothing. When I go off the stream, I don't see none of you people walking with me here, or going in my car with me to go to the store, or go with me to somewhere I'm going out to have a good time. None of you are here. None of you worry about, hey man, let me go check out my man Joe and see, hey, what'd you eat today, buddy? We know you're struggling. Nobody does that. So I don't care. But to say I beg, that's fine. Please, everybody, I'm begging you. I'm my hand in you. Please, 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 please. I'm on my knees. Please send me money. Please, please, please. Please, OJ. OJ, send me money, please. I'm begging. Please send me money. Huh? Does that make everybody happy? The point is that I'm where I'm at, where heck I knew I was going to get, and it was going to be ugly for people. I don't care no more about them. I don't care about you titans. I don't care. This is strong again. I brought that back. So anything you say or do, when Tukey was so confident. Well, my phone's gonna start blowing up. He'll be calling me, oh, I think you're my friend. Fooled you, didn't I, Rocco? Because I don't care about anything you say. I don't even watch you live anymore. I don't go in your chat room. I don't care. When I knew you were just a phony and you let your head go big, that's all gonna come to a crumble if you played that route. You'll see, and then you'll be lonely crying. Like the days when you first came out of college and you learned a lesson really hard. Yeah, I read your whole bio. I did a deep search in you, Rocco. The college you went to, how you worked for Sirius XM, how you were supposed to slave to work for Howard Stern when he came out of college. I know the whole story about you, okay? You didn't like it. You ran away and hid and created a mask because you couldn't handle it. You thought the world was cruel. The world was cruel to you and you ran and hid to the mountains. Yeah, I know everything, Rocco. So now you're preaching because you're on top of the world. Peasants, please walk and be the scum at the bottom of my feet. Like people treated Jesus when he walked the earth. Oh, he's a different person. He's a man with powers. He's preaching some man with souls, and he's preaching the Lord. We don't want that around this land. But when everybody's on their deathbed, what's the first thing they say? Please, God, come forgive me. Please, 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 God. They cry like little wimps. Even the ones that don't believe in him. When you're on your deathbed, they all cry. That last 2-3 minutes, they beg for God's forgiveness. Promise you. I've heard stories of ruthless mafia guys on their deathbed begged with the priest to please forgive them, have God forgive them so they go to heaven. Promise you that. So all you hypocrites that want to bounce on me and call me all this stuff, you'll be, when on your deathbed, you'll be begging for forgiveness because you don't want your eternal soul. I don't want to hear you don't care. That's a lie. Because when you get older, your whole life changes. Your mind, your heart, your body, the way you think, how you walk, all the feelings you get. When you know it's time, because everybody knows when they're going to die. That's one thing I promise. You'll know the day it's going to happen, some course of the night before, or you will know. Because they let you know. You're coming tomorrow, and you know, and you're like in the hospital, and you haven't talked to nobody in a month. You know, and then when they die with a smile on their face, they were able to ask God for forgiveness, like my father did. He died with a big old grin on his face. The last couple weeks wasn't even conscious. He got peace. He was begging, I promise you. And I saw that smile, go look at him, he's smiling. He was begging God to forgive him at his death. All used to do the same thing. And I don't care if you say I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. That's a fact that will happen. So I'm going to beg, please send me 5 cents. Am I begging too hard, OJ? Am I begging too hard, buddy? It's like this. People are going to support you if they want to support you. They don't care what other people think. They want to send you. David Chandler came in December. He felt like donating. He gave me $500. I saw him once or twice since then, said hello, and people were saying, oh, send this guy, David. And I said, David Chandler will send when he feels like donating, you'll know. And he said, you ain't lying about that, Mr. Joey C. It's when I'm ready. He's on Twitch right now. You see him all over Twitch. He's blessing all those people on Twitch. I saw him yesterday on Twitch. He's done. He's done with people making it like, you got to be priest. You can't go, $50. Don't ever call me David, like Melton does. Eventually, guys will say, you know what? I put a lot of money in your pocket. You're pretty piece of garbage. Ray, I just sent you money. You sent it to the guy I don't like. That's a slap in the face. That's why David, he ain't around, because we don't act accordingly. We don't appreciate it. I've told him off. Dave, the great head of the trolls has showed how I told him I don't need your money, because I was being sincere. I don't want you to come to my show and show up and I haven't expected anything from you. I would love to have you as a fan to enjoy me. I don't expect nothing from none of them. Deadpool used to talk about me all the time. He came and he gave me a donation. Borgo hates me. But someday Borgo might just come in and just listen around. This is entertaining. If he decides to give me, I'll be grateful for that. I don't need them. It's not going to change my life either way. $500 ain't going to change my life. $10,000 ain't going to change my life. $1 million ain't going to change my life. $100 million, that might change me to live, to get to be happy for myself. But I'll squander. I'll do what I'm supposed to do to take care of my children. I'm not going to save anything. I'm going to abuse the money until I'm going to pay what I need, and that's it. I'm going to do what I enjoy. That's just me. But every time I get donations and the little super chats I got, I did it for my health. I went out and I bought groceries, because that's where the biggest money comes after I pay my bill, to make sure I got food every day. Okay? The else I was spending on fast foods, I cut that out. And it is expensive to buy healthier food. It is. People are like, it costs the same as McDonald's. That's what Rock was saying the other day. No, to eat healthier, and frozen and canned vegetables are just the same as fresh vegetables. That's a statement Cardiff made. These are guys that have no clue about anything. Fresh vegetables are different, the nutrients in it, versus something frozen or canned where they put all that stuff in it. So they're just making false statements of things they don't know. If you're going to set up a fund and put Alyssa, what's her name? And she was one of my favorite actresses. And do the campaign for starving people, at least send it to the right, because you're just making somebody rich. Because what you guys saying, I bet you thousands of people send money to a fund, unless they're scamming. Maybe they made that fund. Maybe they got you. Let me reverse that. Did you really use my name, Cardiff? Did you use my name, Cardiff? Made a GoFundMe account with my name on it, not a GoFundMe, a PayPal, directed everything there because the money's going to you? Is that what you did? Oh, I think that's what he did. I'm going to start being like them. I didn't think of that. Cardiff made a PayPal account. Yes, he did. I'm going to stick with that. Cardiff made a PayPal account, put my name on it. Made it look like it's me because it was perfect. Perfect for him to scam. He's scamming. Perfect because I was begging for money. He said, here's my opportunity to make an account, and I'll get all this money in. And I'll make it look like I'm supporting Joey C, but that's really for me. There we go. Carter's a scam artist. He's scam. Let's investigate. You don't like it, do you? Because I just put it out there and it's going to be all over the place. Because if I'm saying it, people are going to want to know what I said. There you go. I just gave you some bullets there. I hope you can handle it. Prove to us that you didn't take that money, it didn't come to you. Show us. I want to see the numbers. I want to see that you don't have access to that account that you made with my name on it. Because it's not me. Clearly not me. He didn't do it to be sincere, to say, you know, the guy is really trying. And you know what? I wouldn't want to see the guy go back into me looking unhealthy. But no, they do. They want me to get fat and unhealthy so I die so they can say they won the death pool. That's how the types are. A potato who don't show his face. Another big guy. I don't understand why all these big guys are afraid. They're monsters. But they're afraid. A little old 5'6" was at that AC by himself with no bodyguards. Might have still been doing this, but he showed me just like I would do the same. I don't need nobody. I'm here. What I say on the internet, I'm going to say to your face. And they all had excuses. They all came back and made content off it, and that's the one thing he failed to realize. They're not going to stand up to you, whether they could beat you or not. The problem is, my friend, is they probably hit that room camera the night before with permission. That's how these types are. That's how these types are. They wanted to do it because they're so good. They're better than you when it comes to making a format and how they talk about people. And I said he's the master of it. He already had what he was going to do. It was to get the content so because he's swimming to keep afloat. And he knows that if he's got something good to talk about, he's going to win everybody back because he's ruthless. That was the end game for them, and you didn't see it. I saw it. That's why I didn't go. I wasn't going to be there because fans wanted to be me. Wow, let's get him everything. He's going to be so stupid. And the way we talk about him, wow. They're just going to line their pockets. Because the bottom line is, they sit there and say funny first, money left. Liar. Liar, OJ. Liar. Liar. I ain't no fake preacher because I had a preacher. Did I take God in my heart? Yeah, that's not fake, buddy. You're a liar. You're blasphemy. You're a liar. You're living sin. You liars. I can do exactly what they do back to me. That's what I'm going to do from now on, like I did with the trolls. I trolled them better than they ever could troll me. And I know nothing about it. Because I took the time to study the rottenness in them. How people sit there and talk about man's semen. How funny that is to be painted in your face and to be dripping down your throat for a man. Or even to demoralize a woman like that. That's sick, man. And if you guys find out I don't need the Dabbleverse. I wish I could just leave the Dabbleverse and go take my stuff somewhere else. Fortunately, I got a base that's going to follow me. So I'm stuck. My mistake. I don't think none of that's funny. It's not. A lot of it's dumb. I guess on a comedian standpoint, I guess it's funny. But it's not funny to me. So demoralizing women and children and happy that a man brags about how he drinks semen and loves it. It's not funny. It's not. But he'll be on his deathbed. He'll be praying for forgiveness. I don't care if he's an atheist or not. Even the atheists will pray and beg for forgiveness because they don't know where their soul's going to wind up. And they say they don't care now. Oh, they'll care when they're on their deathbed. And you know what's the best part about me? With people? The people that really connect with me and say, you know what? I've been saying stuff for years like that. This guy is really righteous. This guy really knows what I know everything I say. If you listen to it and pay attention, I'm talking to 100% truth. When a guy lies every day, like those people are doing on me, and they say, the proof is right there, you just admitted it. No. I always said I was arrested. I admitted all that. When you take the criminal record and you don't open each individual thing and show the whole thing and bring the real transcript from the courthouse, the little stuff Lavender does when they do the report, word for word, everything. And the enemy's out, dismissed, case beat, not guilty. That's what counts, not the arrest. I was an angry, fighting guy in my 20s. I didn't take crap for nobody because I had always had to prove myself as a small guy. Because I was arrested 4 times for battery, means I'm a hoodlum and I'm a whatever. Even Chad, as bad as Chad's record I've seen on paper, and I took time to read everything. Do you know how many dispositions he's had that was thrown out that he beat? Do you know how many? About 75% of them. I don't even know this guy. This guy don't like me, talks bad about me. He don't talk about me, but when someone brings him up to me, he goes, it's usually, I don't really know nothing about, not one of his guys. You know, I looked at his whole record when people were first brought it out. I downloaded it, looked page per page, took the time to go through it. Chad Zumock is not no hardened criminal. It looks like it when you get it. It was all petty BS. Couple thefts, I think. Thieves they don't sit well with me, but he might have had a reason. He might have been hungry. I don't know. But most of his stuff he's being thrown out. When a prosecutor it's called null and it's 2 words for it. When a prosecutor puts that in there, it means they didn't have enough evidence to go ahead and go to trial, or enough evidence to bring you into court, so they drop it. When the state just dropped it because you were arrested, they called the witnesses and listen, I'm not coming to court. It was a misunderstanding. We got to fight. I was drunk. The case goes away. When you go to court and you fight, and you have a lawyer, and he fights for you, and they prove that you're innocent, I'm not saying you're innocent, but the lawyer proved that you're innocent in a court of law, and the prosecutor lost. They didn't have enough evidence. That's because you didn't have enough evidence, because you were lame. When they raid houses, and the warrant says, the warrant's specific what they can do. So if it says you could go in, it's not a no-knock warrant. You got to knock on, they got to let you in. You can't break the door down. If it's a no-knock warrant, they can come through. When you see all these shows with it coming through the door, that's because they call it. Nobody is issuing no-knock warrants anymore. I'll tell you why. It's good. Every state's getting different, but it's drying up because it usually winds up with a death. They'll shoot, the police get panicky because they're trigger happy, and they'll shoot a kid by mistake. That might be at the door, might be leaving to go out the side, and when they kick the door in and they see something in the hand, they shoot the kid. Or the guy's sleeping, or the woman they're going after, and yes, they have a gun on the dress, right next to the bed. What's the first thing if you wear glasses when you get up and when you're disoriented? You go for your glasses. The glasses were next to the guy's gun. They opened fired on the guy for a basic warrant of nothing and killed and lit the guy up. And at the worst part, he was African American, which is why the African Americans cry that police are prejudiced, and they are. It's a fact. That guy was going for his glasses. He didn't know who was in his house. He thought someone broke it. He didn't go for his gun. He went very slowly. He couldn't see. He's looking for his glasses. The gun was there. They saw him and they lit him up. They didn't even wait to see if he put the gun in his hand. All they had to do was fire with it if he pointed the gun. They wouldn't have got hit. They would have lit him up anyhow, because they don't know what they're doing. So that's why no knock warrants. You got to be a major criminal like Bin Laden before you'll get a no-knock warrant in most cases today. They won't give them because of that fact. Too many innocent people die. So in that case, they got to go specific to the thing. So it says you can search the entire house. Okay? Go through everything. You can go through everything. If it says, if you're going there for a safe, and you have intel that says the safe is in the master bedroom, under the bed, in the floor. The judge might say you can go to that bedroom, remove the bed, remove the floor, take the safe. You cannot go to other rooms. That's where they make the mistake. So they search the whole room. You get all these gun hole cops. They find a pound of cocaine in another room. Wasn't on the warrant. That's why it gets tossed. That's what happens. That's why they skate. Because the police don't care. They just want to make arrest on their belt makes them become sergeants or detectives. They don't care about the outcome. They prove that every day because criminals are let out. Major criminals. That's why the FBI and the federal government are thorough. Because of that. They make sure they're solid, because when you go to indictment, 96% conviction rate, you're going to prison. States don't do that. It's all about the cops being lazy. They break protocol. They don't care. So that's why people don't understand. People that never got arrested, but they're not, I mean, they're saints, but just are afraid to get arrested because they couldn't last 1 hour. They'd be scared and they'd be pissing on themselves. Or because they think they're going to get raped. You're not going to. It don't work like that. You might get beat. Someone might challenge you because they don't like the way you look. That might happen, but fight. You lose, at least you stand up for yourself. You know, but don't work like that. Just because you would see the news, you're hearing it from the news. You think the news don't hype everything up? Newspapers don't hype everything up. They lie. They lie. They have a license to lie. Be your own person. Don't rely on news or if someone says something because you like them. Look at both sides. When you got two people that have met beefs, A, this guy did this to me, this guy B said this to me. But your favorite of guy B, you don't go kill the guy A because the guy B said he did that. You are going to be, I'm talking in an organized crime way. If you do that, you're not going to be around long, you're going to be gone. Because really, B was lying, your best friend. A was the righteous guy. You just killed the guy that everybody else liked, now you're in trouble. If you take time to listen to the whole book, read the whole book, and you take time to take the time, if you really want to be judgment about being bashed at somebody, and you want to be nasty to somebody, take the time. Just because you got a report in front of you, read everything in the report. See what the end result was. If the file's this thick, if you're gonna go bash them, then wouldn't you want to make yourself look better by going through the whole thing and saying, my end result is, yes, this person's been arrested quite a bit, whether or not he really was innocent or really was guilty. He proved it beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law, as our Constitution says, to be innocent. Now, whether I believe he was innocent, knowing on some of the things he got convicted, no. But that's my opinion. But here's the full report the right way. Now you have the whole package of the guy. Now you can make judgment. Then you're going to say, well, hey, that's nothing. But no, you guys all go one way, everybody. That's the first instinct. You will be a better reporter. The people that are coming after the haters. If you took the time, when you got the dirt, don't mean you go right away into a show. You look at everything, because if you really want to be liked and you want to make a show and you want people to really, millions of people, how do you think these content makers that got millions upon millions? Because they don't lie. They take the time to show you, they put all efforts into that to show the end game, whether they're trashing somebody or people are saying this person's no good. They take the time to fully investigate. And they'll do every single part of that person's life. But the end game is, no. Yes, he was arrested 35 times. 28 times he beat it. 20 of it was because he went to trial and he proved it. Now, was he really innocent? I don't know that. The jury appears in the Constitution and the letter of the law said he had enough evidence to prove he's innocent. So you make your own judgment. Well, I think he was guilty. That's your opinion. 8 times the state dropped it because they had no evidence. It was just an arrest by the police, or vice versa. That's when you become good. When you go and say, well, Tukey said that you're this, and OJ said you're that. It's got to be right. Really? These guys are afraid to show themselves. Even with John in his defense, and I don't like defending John because he just does idiotic things that I don't agree with. But yes, it all appears that they only pulled the stuff that his wife sent him. He's saying, no, that's not the whole thing. He's probably telling the truth. But they're only going to bounce on that because that's what gets them to like. Why would they go get the whole package and say, all right, let's see, this is what Suzanne is saying. This is what John said he put in. Because Vince has got on there and said it. No, that's not the case. I read the whole thing. And this particular John is right. And I'm not saying she's probably right on both of them. But go look and see what he put in. Go see if he really said that they had an agreement. Find everything. And if the agreement's there and she didn't put that in there, then she's just being nasty because she hates him. But then people are going to say, well, you're giving him credit, making him look good. And you can't, certain shows can't do that, I understand. But I'm nobody famous. And so tell the whole package. Because then people are going to really respect you and you're going to say, this guy, he's got a gift, he's a reporter, he's good. You're going to get my respect. I'm going to endorse you. Even if it comes out bad for me, you took the time to do it right. If you're looking for respect and apologies for me when you do nothing but lie, and their pictures, I'm not lying, you are a criminal. That's not what I'm saying, you're lying. Who's calling me? Telemarketing, call me. I get these all day long. I thought I was free for this. I'm not answering. Don't worry. If I answer, it kills the feed. I don't even know who's in the chat room, even pay attention. I don't got time for that. We're going to always have to talk after I told you guys, you know. So I'm going to rumble, because I'll explain this next part now. There was a lot of rumble rants are the exact same thing as super chats. You got a $sign, you click on it, $1 to 500, the same way, the little button. You got to make it to be able to go in the chat room. You got to make an account to get in the chat room with YouTube. You don't want to be a creator. You have to make an account. It takes a couple minutes. Same thing. People, I don't know how to do it. So make an account. Start one with an email. Make a page. I'm not asking them to be a subscriber over there. To go in the chat room and send Rumble Rants, you just got to have a page. To be a subscriber costs $4.99. If you do it, do it. I don't know much about Rumble, but Rumble Rants, excuse that. Why don't you got super chats? Oh, I don't know what Rumble. I don't do Rumble. Okay, whatever. Rumble Rants are the same as super chats. It's just got Rumble Rants is what their name, because they can't use super chat because someone else has it. You know, so don't get that old on. All you gotta do the same thing, the same way you sign for YouTube to be in the chat room. Same things affect. In the chat room, you want to trash, you pay the piper. I'm gonna take advantage of to make money. Why not? It's there. I'm not trying to be rich, but I am on a positive flow here. You know what? I'm a poor, Saint Trolls. I pay my bills. I struggle. I to the letter of the law. I always put money for my gas and my food. I would eat garbage, a candy bar, 2 candy bars, and 10 sodas. I eat 2 meals for me. So that's why when I'm going to buy real food, I say, wow, this is expensive. I didn't drink water. I didn't care. Now I'm trying to eat healthy. So now it's, wow, this is a little over what I normally get in. What the heck? I make people laugh. I'm an entertainer. They pay everybody else without crying. So I put the way out the points. Bottom is, I'm not going nowhere. I'll be humble. I'm building my tree back up. I got a great page, a lot of content. If the people that go in, more people sign up, a lot of people sign up, it's free. First step is $2.99. Same price. And if I can $1.99, I'm gonna. I gotta see if I can do that. $1.99. I can't even do it for 99 cents. Because if you got 1,000 at 99 cents, that's enough to take the channel, to make yourself have professional, to do the things that you need to stay healthy, the things that I'll use you gotta pay for. You want to trim videos? What they offer in YouTube, it's terrible. Okay? What they offer in StreamYard, it's terrible. They got programs expensive. You just put video in there. They do the rest of the work. This way you got more time to trim and clip. You take a video. There's one thing I did, someone did this thing, it's unbelievable. It's about $39 a month. You're allowed you could do one stream a day. So if it's 1 hour, 4 hour, put it in there. It cuts up everything evenly and cuts off so the shorts look perfect, professional, and all the writing in there. How you doing, sir? You know, that's what they do. So, and I tried it, and so I like, and to me it's going to be worth it. So I could do one a day. So, and maybe that's 15 clips, 20 clips out of a show. So you do, let's say 20 times 30, 600 videos, 600 shorts. I was first told YouTube way to keep your algorithm, and the way to keep monetized is the shorts. You got like a lot of good shorts, you get a lot of views. You know how they say you gotta have 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours to be monetized. Well, if you do it just with shorts, you got to have 1 million views or 2 million views. But the more you make it, the more professional. The shorts get quicker than anything. And a lot of people, why they do TikTok, and why people they're making it comfortable with TikTok or chat. The yellow, what's it called again? Snapchat and TikTok, Instagram. They don't mess with this live stuff. I have no stress. And I'm telling you something, you got the bright stuff to do it. They make hand money over here. Sitting home, giving themselves like an office job, 6-8 hours a day at their desk. Coming home, family. They don't stress themselves out. They got to answer. They got to worry about what's being said. You know? Usually people don't comment bad on shorts. They don't like it, just don't say nothing. And it's the future. So I'm liking that. I care about live streaming. I'll do my walks every day. I enjoy it. and you guys are just really successful. So that's what I am. I'm going to be doing. The walk and talk stream is my positive success where people are enjoying. Alpha Shot Lounge will stay with the Alpha Shot Lounge on the weekend settings. Kai will continue doing Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. in the morning with his morning show, friend, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays he'll be doing his political show, whatever it is. Keep growing there. Kai didn't jump ship when I got demonetized. He stayed loyal here. He didn't say, "Well, you're not monetized." That's a friend. Everybody's trying to say Kai is not my friend. Well, the proof of the pudding is I got demonetized. I would have said, you know what? I try to stick with this guy. He's not that I don't love. I want to grow on here and I'm turning this into an income. And I didn't do none of that. Kai didn't do none of that. I repeat that. Kai didn't do that. He stayed loyal. Sent me positive emails. Told me get well, take care of your horse. Well, all right, no matter what. Even when he told me when we were getting monetized, until we start making, if it bears fruit to anything big, put all my part that I bring in, which is not a lot, and put it back show and buy membership to give them out to the people. That's what Kai Braccaccio is, gentlemen. I'm going to go on record and praise Kai for me. Kai told me we're making peanut. It's generating enough membership. Take my portion. I go, no, I'm going to send it to you. No, take the portion. Let me know. And so if we took in 1,000 and let's say 200 was his, he goes, what am I going to do? Am I going to get rich off of that? I'm already successful. I'm already happy. I got a lovely wife. I got a beautiful home. I got my music. I got my show that makes me happy. Put that in buy membership to build a channel. Let me help you grow the channel. That's what that gentleman said to me. And I said, do that. I don't feel good about that. If I give it to you and you do it, that's on you. And he's the same way. I don't want nothing for free. My friend Chris Cuddy the Jib, wonderful person, always has been. Cuddy the Jib gets a shout out today too. Kai Braccaccio gets a shout out today. Bobby Nix gets a shout out today. And I'll shout out people when I see who's in the chat room. These are gentlemen, no matter what show Bobby's been on, and he sat there and if they're going hard on somebody he likes, you don't jump on that bandwagon. He listens to it. But he'll turn around and say, but I like the guy. That's me. I think he's entertaining. And you know what? There's a guy who don't speak much. He takes the patience to look at the whole book. That's when you know someone is righteous. But when you go and you're young and you're silly and you think it's okay to call women this and that because you had no respect, you never respect your own mother or grandmother. It's okay with you when they say rotten things to women. You're okay with that. And that's because you've never walked anything but with the devil your whole life because you were born into it. I'm a methed out old man. Pot calling there's calling the pot. But I sit and I smoke marijuana. Marijuana is still a drug. Psychedelic drugs, mushrooms are still a drug. You're whacked out on all that. You're no better or worse than me because I buy a harder drug. I don't know. I don't see statistically, if you go by statistics, by state to state, and show me how many meth deaths there are. Show me how many people OD. Show me. I want you to go worldwide and show me how many ODs. I didn't say what it does to them. I said how many people OD on meth. It's a stimulant. That's what it is. That's what it really is. Until you start getting all that other crap in it that they put in it. I was an addict. I am a recovery addict. To sit there and monopolize, that don't make you a man. You're not a creator. You're a guy that just goes with the flow because everybody else hates. People are judgmental. If the people that are talking about you're a liar, they're a worse liar than you. The people that say you're a criminal, they're a worse criminal in most cases. The people that say you're an addict probably were a really bad addict or a drunk at one time in their life. But they didn't learn that you're not supposed to go and bash other addicts or other alcoholics. You're supposed to, if you're in recovery, you're supposed to embrace and help people. They don't do that because they don't have a soul. They sold their souls. If you think we don't have a soul and there's eternal life after, you're wrong. And I promise you. And we're done with we hit all the subjects except one. I'm almost home. If you think you won't beg on your deathbed for your God's forgiveness, you're lying to yourself. I don't care what you stand for today, you're lying. Everybody, when they know they're going to die, and it's coming within minutes, they're crying like little babies, begging the priest to please God to forgive them. They don't want to go to hell. They don't want to go to hell. Please, 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 don't let me go to hell, please. And those are the same people that are on here saying, I walk with him. Even the worst of the worst, the one I despise the most, when he's 70 years old, if he makes it, he will change his heart and be out there helping people, unless he's so twisted that he'll still be hurting people. Not many people that have age want to have confrontation, unless they're doing it for, for being in the public eye. That is different, but even you're going to be weak on your knees begging God for your forgiveness. I guarantee it. And I'll probably outlive you, so I hope someday I can know you're in a hospital and you're on your deathbed. And I'll watch when you die if you had a smile on your face. All I got to see is, let me see what he looked like after he died. He begged for God's forgiveness. You go to a hospital and you see I'm going to the death ward, senior citizen ward, and people are dying. And if they were the rottenest, and we all have them, we've all had grandpas and grandmas and great aunts and great-great-great-grandmas that were miserable, that were crooks, that were bank robbers, that were thieves. You go hundreds of years back, one of your great-great-grandfathers or great-great-grandmothers were either a prostitute, did some kind of sold something drugs. I promise you, somewhere in your history, thousands of years, you're going to find somebody. And that stays genetically. And that's why the people that got that little evil in them is because somewhere in the line, or the ones that are really bad, they'll go and do history. Go, yeah, my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was the pimp of all pimp. He had more women in his stable, and he was a mean pimp. And then it skips 10 generations, and then 11 generations, he's a pimp. And they go, and then your father says, well, my great-great-great-great-great-granddaddy was the pimp of all pimp nags. And the guy goes, what? So pimping ran in my family? Your grandfather was your great-great-great-grandfather was the greatest bank robber ever lived in history. What? Well, how come the last 10 great-great-grandfathers were honest men? It still carries with you. It'll come out sooner or later. Drugs are more hereditary than people think. If you lived in any life without alcoholism or drug use in any way where you grew up, with anybody that's your bloodline, you're likely to get it. You're likely to get it more than you would if your grandfather, great-great-great-grandfather was a car thief or a bank robber or a gangster or a pimp. Somewhere down the line, it might be hundreds of years, it's gonna come out in you. It's just bloodlines. People don't undertake the time. I study everything. I study stuff that people that would even imagine to think of, because I like the truth. I like to see the end more than anything. Truth means everything to me. If anything, truth has always been the word to me, because you can walk and put your head up high, knowing they might think I'm a liar, but I'm not. They think I'm phony with God. Okay, that's fine. I'm not here on the corner with my Bible and saying you are going to go to hell if you don't read the Bible. Now, if you don't walk with me today and give me $500, the Lord will condemn you to hell. I'm not that. That's phony. So, as usual, my bottom line is this. If you don't like me, I don't really care. If you think you're making a dent in my not. I made my mind strong again. I don't care. You're not going to accomplish anything but a lot of bad work that you're going to do in frustration. And then 2 years from now, you're going to look back and say, I'm at the same place I was 2 years ago. That's how I feel with monetizing. The same place I was from day one. I'm still all over the place. I'm a little more entertaining because people like when I age. They think everything I do is a work. It's not. The Jesus thing is not over. I accepted God in my heart for life. I will continue to stay strong in my faith, whether you like it or not. I'm not going to be no roly-poly to you guys. I told you I was going to get on here. As long as I'm conducting myself in a way that I'm supposed to be, that I worship God and I love God, and I'm not swearing or calling everybody filthy names or calling the women bad names or trashing you and saying you're scum, I'm sorry. But if you are a true, I will say it. And if that's my sin then. I'm human, I'm going to sin then. If I called someone a scumbag today, I think I did. Or if someone's a coward, I'm going to call them out. Jesus would call out a coward. I'm human. I stand by my choice for me. Don't care what you think. When you help, and it's always the same people that are donating, because they took the time that they understand and they like. Rumble Rants are the same. People are showed their true colors of that. They won't help anybody with a penny. So I'm not asking for everybody to send anything except $1. My PayPal. Joey C 0120. Joey C 0120. Everybody send $1. Help me stay healthy. Now it comes to the wrap up. We are now doing what we call, wrap it up today's show, before we go into our talk part of the show, which will be a brief talk where we'll interact with the chat room. I am now going to pitch where they tell you, give your plugs. You can find me at Rumble, Joey C, CatalanoTV, Joey C 4254. I'm Joseph Samuel, my biblical birth name. I will be doing Rumble, which will pertain to the walk and talk. There's no more me creating anything. As long as this works, I'll stay with this. I don't need to go with anything else. Sidetrack or take anything from the walk and talk stream. This is what's working for me. I got to be outside. I don't got to worry about StreamYard. I got to worry about guests. I'm happy. I'll do Rumble. It's only my show. Nobody else will be with me. It'll pertain to the walk and talk. I'll do it on Friday nights. I'll do it on Mondays, the beginning of the week, to talk about upcoming things for the walk and talk. It'll all be pertaining to that. I do get super chats over there, which are Rumble Rants. All right, the money does help. I'm not gonna lie. If you got it, it's nice. I didn't campaign for it in the beginning. I didn't campaign for it in the beginning. It's there. Everybody else does. It's my right. I earned it. You don't like it, you don't have to listen. But when you can't, if you're that petty over 5 cents, shame on you. I'll give 5 cents. If I got a pocket full of it, I'll throw them to everybody. What do I care what you're gonna give me? That's sad. There's nobody, even myself, even a guy like how do you want to name? I'll just use my name. Even me, I could give nickels out. I could give pennies out. I could even give dollars out, and I would, because if they're trying to apply themselves, I look at it like this. That's $1. I just bought him a third of his cases of water. I just bought him a pack of broccoli. I don't care. He's doing something positive and trying to help other people to be positive. So I don't worry about that. And the rich people say, well, that's how you get poor. Oh, well, I'm happier poor than being rich, because you're miserable. So, OJ, I have never been your enemy. You're the coward. You hide behind an orange, but everybody knows what you look like. And I will tell you that, looking you in the eye, I will have no shame to do that. I will do it in a very classy manner. I'll shake your hands and you're a coward. I have no problem doing that. I'm not going to call the police if you put your hands on me. I'm going to fight you back. And if you beat me up, oh, well, I go to jail. I'm not going to cry, oh, he beat me up. Put him in jail. I'm not going to do that. If I struck you and I got caught, I would do it. But it will never go to that, because I don't want to be the enemy to you. I'm just going to tell you, you're a coward for the things you're saying about me. Now you make a judgment. Okay, well, your belief is you believe him. That's good. I always give that guy credit. But I know the truth. He don't. They don't know nothing. They don't know what I went through, what my family went through. Okay, so I'm sorry, whether you believe it or not. But don't say, I don't know what this guy is. I found God, OJ. I don't need an orange to get confidence. I don't. Rocco made a character. Tuki's a character. Your orange is because you're a coward. You hide behind it. But Potato's a coward. He hides behind it because it's funnier and it draws. The bottom line, those guys, the Potato's all about money and going out to find content to bust on people. You think they did that to John to not make money? If you believe that, you're nuts. But I like them. I don't want to be their best friends. I'm disappointed at how they attack other creators instead of finding the funny without being nasty. Not cool. And I'm telling you, he's a con man. He made a false PayPal. He put Joey C. He's blaming me, folks. It's not my account. He's really the one that started the account. He's scamming all you guys, all that money. He's probably got $100,000 already because they listened to the potato, and he's laughing. Look at what we got, and it's all going to be blamed on Joey C. That's what he's doing. Coward! Coward! You're a coward! You don't know what it is to be a man. And I'll tell you that to your face. I don't care. Be a man. Tell the people how you scammed and you made a fake PayPal and you got all the money going to you and you're blaming me. Coward. Go squeeze some juice out of you and drink it, OJ. Coward. Mr. Morgan, what's up?
What's up?
I just did my walk. I'm live streaming to all my people.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just did my walk. I did like 3.5 miles today.
All right.
How you doing?
Hang in there.
Working hard as you always do.
Where's your wife?
I don't know. I've been gone. I've been where I don't know. I've been home. All right, take care. It's a nice. Him and his wife are nice people. They do a shipping thing down there. Sometimes my wife will volunteer and help his wife with stuff, teaching her, because Christina knows all that paperwork, legitimate stuff, and how to file and all that stuff. So, but she can't donate all her time down there. She does enough when the wife calls her. That's why he said, you heard him say, "Where's your wife?" Because the wife's probably stuck on something. But that's just how kind my wife is. My wife's a kind woman. So, no, Mr. Morgan, those people, the wife and him, when sometimes you go around and help them, he said, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "I'm live streaming." He goes, "Oh, where's the wife?" I don't know. I've been streaming I've been gone. I don't know. He goes, "Okay, buddy." And I said,
Was Miss Morgan down there?
I think Mr. But he didn't say if you see her. My wife needs him. And I just said, "Where's I go?" "I don't know." He goes, "Okay, no problem." He goes, so people heard that, and I'm like, "That's Mr. Morgan." And sometimes you go and you help the wife because she's new to all that stuff, and you have knowledge. So, and that's just how my wife is. But do you know something? I don't even know who's in the chat room. I walked to 7-Eleven. I'm live. I don't know who's in the chat room. I can't help it. Windy. I'm not. You know, it's terrible. Sorry if I look like I got spit coming out. Walking, like I said, when you work yourself up, you hydrate yourself. You know. So anyhow, like I said, I don't know who's in the chat. Looks like we had a good amount of people. So I'm going to have a little, see who's in here. Ross, welcome. Ruth, welcome. Who else is here with us? I'm sure there was a lot of people that might have left, but we got...
knows I still have it out for him.
Who?
Sent Spider right down there to defend him.
Oh, no. That's between you guys and your show. I'm not trying to bring nothing. We have some people in here that are welcome. Everybody's welcome. I don't have to give everybody's name because, you know, there's a lot of people in here that what I touched on today, they think that's all that. But when they're going to be, when it does, I prove them wrong. How are they going to turn? What are they going to be embarrassed and just run away? Or are they going to say, "We're sorry for doubting you"? I mean, I don't know. I don't care, but I'm not going to give them nothing what they're thinking they're going to get. So, but hello, I'll say hello. You know who you are. I'm not bringing to your name. He said, "Hey, Joey." Hello, Adam Catalano. You tell him, familia. Well, hello, familia. How are you? I didn't know we had Adam Catalano here. It's probably a troll, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's somebody from that is really we might be familias. Obnoxious John, if you're here, I hope you got my point. I'm not your enemy. I just think you're a coward. I'm not mad at you. There you go, right away, being defensive. I still love you too. I think you're a great guy, but you are going to make opinions is okay. But to sit there like you don't know me and scratch, I don't know what that guy's up to. That's just ludicrous. When you hide behind, you're an orange and nobody can take you serious. You know me. You know everything that makes me tick. You know what I stand for. You know, if you want to bounce at me, I don't care. But at least tell the whole picture. Don't do half glass, okay? I'm not mad at you. I don't dislike you. I said that if you pay attention. I just called you a coward. Here's the coward bouncing on me and make it look like I'm nuts and something. Don't do that. If you're gonna call me nuts, stay consistent. I'm nuts. I take medicine. I take crazy medicine. I guess that makes me a nut. You know. And then I explain to you guys. You think because a man walks with God that I'm a preacher and I'm phony? I told you I'm a man. I accepted God in my heart. I enjoy reading the daily scriptures. I learn of fueling myself with God's word. It works. It's working for me because it's making me feel better, and it's the right way to walk. Whether you believe in God or not, I'm not trying to say you don't go with me and walk with God. You're going. I'm not one of them guys. That's phony. I'm not saying you're condemned to hell. I don't do that. I made a mistake, and like I said, it's not what we say; it's how we say it. I guess I made a lot of things because I don't speak proper, and I know what my mind is telling me how the meaning of something. I'll say it the wrong way, and people take, which I understand that you could misconstrue by someone making a statement. But you also should be able to tell when someone's lying 100% across the board about things about your life. If you're going to bring out my criminal record, I'm okay with that. But open every page, read the whole file. When you got just this page and it just shows you all the rest, and you didn't read the whole file or whatever it is, and read out the outcome and got the transcripts to see whether I was found not guilty, was thrown out, that's what counts. Not that I'm a predator because I got a ticket because my young child kept taking herself out of seat, and it just happened that one time I was driving, she got out of the car seat and a cop was next to me. It was his luck, my misfortune, which I beat it in court anyhow. I'm very good when I go before a judge because I'll look for cases. If I got a ticket for this, I'll go and I'll search everywhere. I'll call lawyers up. Did you ever have a case and that kind of different? And then explain. They go, yeah, I had a case like that 10 years ago, and we beat it. And this is what we said. That's all I'm saying. You're still going to make a judge if that person's guilty or not. That's your opinion. But don't just write the book the way you want it. You can't rewrite history. I said I would do these little talks after I do the stream to say hello, and then that's it. I already announced I'm sticking to this. The Rumble will be Friday nights with a week. It'll be pertaining. I guess you got to stay pertaining to what you mean. So I'm with a walk and talks working for me. The Alpha Shot Lounge is theirs for the weekends. I announced their schedule. I just don't know what time. Kai's got his thing. Everybody's telling Kai's no good. I already touched on that. I'm demonetized. Kai didn't leave. He's my friend. He's sticking right by me. The people that do stick by us, we're grateful. Tuki's making like I'm a beggar. OJ's making like I'm begging. What? But the money? Remember they did? Okay, I just don't do it the way some other people do it. Everybody that get monetized, they're doing it for money. If they're not, they're liars. I'm just more bold about it. I told you it's expensive, and I'm not trying to say, I'm trying to hustle you. People say I'm a con man. Where did I con anybody? Did I get anybody's money? Did I con you out of anything you gave me? You guys act like I've got thousands. My monetization, we barely made $700 total. I mean, wow, I conned you. Oh my God, am I a successful con man? I made $700. That the YouTube's gonna take 30%. I got to share with Kai because some of it's yours, some of it's. Boy, I'm a bad con man, ain't I? That's my whole point. Lies are bad. If you think I'm a con man, that's okay, but don't go promote it like I am. I don't hurt people. The victim thing on Twitter is dumb. He even said it. I got more subscribers and views than you. He already told me in a text why he's doing it. He needs to be popular so bad. Show your face. Tell the people who you really are. Be a real reporter, and they'll like you. I mean, the way you're doing it is no wonder. You're starving for that. You're starving for attention. You're good at what you do. Just do it the right way. That's all my advice to you. And you're never going to listen because you're too young. So anyhow, let's say hello, and then I got to go. I got things to do. I got appointments to go. I didn't know about the apology. Maybe he's hungry. Joseph Sandler, do you need money for Ruth? Me and you need to get on a real page here. Now, I've caught you snapping on my wife. I've caught you snapping on Kai because you say you're offensive. Listen, Ruth, listen to me. I didn't apologize to anybody. Who did I apologize to? And Ruth, I've always thought you were because in the beginning, you've mentioned that Dabo Storm was a good guy. We know you liked him. Now you're on Turbs Day. Those are trolls. They're bad people. Okay? They say horrendous things and do horrendous hate things to me. So I don't care if you want to come on here, but don't be my wrench and say I didn't apologize. I'm not apologizing. I don't apologize for things that I don't do wrong. You understand that? And Ruth, if you get offended, I don't care if you ever come back in. Because here's the other thing. I'm taking the wrenches away from everybody. Because there's too much controversy with it. And if you don't want to, if I take your wrench and you don't like us no more, go talk about me then. I don't care. I don't need money. All I'm saying, don't be phony like people that are phony that cry about if someone's asking for. But you know what? You'll send money foolishly. I was making points. I could take care of myself. Do I need money for food? Go ahead and feed, because that's something like what they would say, Ruth. And it makes me even more stronger that you've been part of them the whole time. So matter of fact, just know you're not a mod no more as of today. Just let you know that, okay? And I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm going to call people out that are going to act stupid, but in kind ways to me. And I'm not bashing you, but I know for a fact you used to parade Dabo Storm like he was some god, which tells me you're in with them. So maybe you've been trolling me this whole time, but that is a good one just to set me up. Now, that's not right for me to say that, is it? So it's not right for me to say, am I starving? Do I need money? And put it in there like that. That just shows me you're just trolling me. I'm not dumb. And you've been on my radar for a long time. I just haven't caught. I will not do nothing to nobody unless I got proof. And you're good if you are with them, and that's your business. And I don't know for a fact you are or not. I never said I would apologize. You didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong to you. All I will say this.
I think she's talking about Turbs McGregor.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't know what he does to me, but I'm going to say this. I will say that I did say I would do this. There was nothing. I didn't implicate him did that, but I made it to him, so he's butthurt about it. The pedal tape that was made on me, Turbs McGurk had nothing to do with it. So nobody can go to him and say he is a bad man because he lied on somebody. So I will say on record, I don't owe you a thing. I didn't say nothing to trash your name, no worse than what you do to me. I showed what you're doing, but I'm gonna tell you, I did say this. I will make it 100% clear. Turbs McGurk did not make or was involved with making that pedal video on me. I hope you're happy because that's the best you're gonna get. The best. I will tell you people he had no involvement in anything that bad-handed or uphanded of going around to trash somebody and say they're a pedo when he knows they're not. He don't condone, he told me he don't condone trashing children, women, or making anything lies like that. So Turb McGurk, I'm clearing him, he was not involved with anything like that to Joey C. Okay, or my channel. That's the footage you get. If you think I'm going to get on there and give you an apology, I already told you what you could do with your apology. Okay? Don't think you own anything or you're going to make me do anything because I already really believe your dabble story in anyhow. So that's what you get. You did not make that. And you're probably our dabble story. And so now I probably just did something. I probably just cleared dabble story because that's what you wanted me to say because that's the guy that made the video. So I might have just gave you what you wanted. Now that I think about it, because I'm talking to Turge McGurk, and then tomorrow he'll come on, I did it, I didn't do it. Well, if that's the case, I'll retract it and I'll crucify you. But the man that presents himself as Turb McGurk or a woman, that person's name, I don't even know if that's his real name. Probably not. But that individual with that picture had nothing to do. Not saying if he turns out to be Dabble Storian or any of those other people, they did do it. So if you think you're slick, just like you were slick yesterday, and that's going to be tonight's talk, how you proposed as a lawyer and you even used the real lawyer's name in Florida, that's a crime, buddy. And I called the lawyer and told him what you're doing. So now you might have some legal problems.
No matter what country.
No matter what country you are in, you committed a crime. You passed yourself off as that attorney. A real attorney that's reputable, and he's an attorney that will tear you up.
40 years.
40 years attorney. So think about what you do. I just cleared you on, and I probably just cleared Dabble Storian because he's slick. You know, they think that I'm dumb. I just caught it that I'm doing it. You know what? So if it Turbs, the guy that presents himself as Turb McGurk, that name and that face right there had nothing to do with it. But if he turns out to be what I think it is, yes, then that's the person. The person that, if he turns out to really be, that's the person that did it. I don't care about that. So I hope that you're happy with that because that's the best you're going to get. Okay? Take care. Have a nice day. May God bless you. Articulate John, me and him are cool. I love John. Articulate hello, shout out. Ross Dog got, who knocked one of Ross's? Wait, Ross is a bot? I mean, what Ross is a mod? And someone, did the Nightbot do that to you, Ross?
Ross has to stay.
Ross is staying, but I'm saying that the Nightbot ban one of his things? I got to watch that Nightbot, man. I got to train him better. Yeah, I got to take him out. I got to put him in jail. Is that Little Lemmy? Little LOP? Do I like men? And are you running? Glitch in the what? Matrix? Or is he crosstalk? No, I like women. I love only one woman, my wife. I prefer a female race. I don't like men in that way, but I mean, I have friends, that I say hello to or went to school with or in my passage in my life. Granny's always cool. I don't know if that's the real Granny. With the Granny loves Kayla, aka Honky Tonk Clown. I don't know if that's Granny, but hello, Chapo, Rondo. So anyhow, that's it, folks. I say hello. Say everybody in the chat room, shout out. I gave my shout outs. A big shout out to Cutter Jib, Bobby Nix, and Kai Procaccio today. True men. They're men, real men. Shout out to my channel. Shout out to all the good channel. I spoke my piece. I got no enemy to Tukey. I just think he's getting to where thinks I'm a peasant on the bottom of his shoe, and I don't like that. So I choose not to be his friend, but I will never be disrespectful to him. I enjoy watching Tukey. Tukey, the creator of Tukey. I like Tukey. He's a puppet, but I like him. He's very creative. He's my best. Rocco's the best creator I ever seen. I love the guy, but I don't have to be phony. I will be in public with him at WTP. I will act like a professional. I will smile. I will shake hands. I will not argue. I will not cause any problems. But as far as breaking bread or sitting down, I don't sit down with phony people. I'm sorry. I don't sit down with oranges. I don't sit down with people like that. And you already exposed yourself, so I'm assuming you're going to be there, or unless you're going to be wearing an orange mask. I don't know, because we know what you look like. So if you're gonna, I just don't play that game. I don't. I'm sorry. I can't. It's not real. I got to be real. But I got no problem with you. I still love all you guys. Okay. I will say hello to all my friends at TSN. I love to death. I will say hello, Kevin Brennan, because I think Kevin Brennan, I still like him. Hello, Brennan. I'll even say hello to John Melendez. Hello, John. I hope everything's going well in your life. Wish you the best. To all the creators. Little Mir, I'm sorry. I know you tried to get a hold of me. Dr. Chow is very protective of me, but at least he stays private as a friend, and he'll tell me things that to be careful. Ray DeVito. Ray, thank you, brother. I wish to continue success to BYB, your Quadfather. Great job you're doing. I mean to say that. You're doing a great job, man. You really turned in the show. Anybody I missed, you guys are great. Like I said, I still put myself at the bottom of the feed. I'm going to start doing a format, and the walk and talk stream is it for me. This is where we're at. Everybody, I'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock. You enjoy your rest of your day. If you want to send support, PayPal me, Joey C. It's at Joey C 010 is the best way to PayPal me.
0120.
Oh, I'm sorry. Zero. That's right. You're right. At Joey C. There's 4 numbers. 0120. At Joey C 0120. A lot of people are not going to have mods. I'm only keeping 5 mods. I got too many. I got 15. I heard now the rumor. I don't know if it's true. Someone said Jake kind of lost it and was nude on his stream. I don't know what the history is. I don't want to bother Jake if he's in a bad place. I wish the best. If he needs to talk as a friend, I'm there. We're here. He knows where to call. He can call us. Jake has a direct line to us. I hope you're okay, buddy. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I just heard that. But if you need some time off, if you're going to stay away, if you want, Jake don't really hurt me as a mod. He means well, so he likes being a mod. But if you need to break, just let me know, and we'll fix that for you, Jake. But Ruthie, I'm sorry. You went after my wife and argued with her. Kai saying you gave him all kind of stand, and now you're trying to be nice, but you're not. You're trolling me. I don't like that. So Ruth will definitely lose her mod. She's losing her wrench, and so are other people. There's a lot of people that don't even come in to be a mods, and I made a mods, so I'm gonna take those away. I'll keep 5 people. My wife will be one, and my wife and Mrs. Procaccio, they're going to be the head moderator. So that's a different category. So they'll be the heads together. I'll put Mrs. Honeybee up to that where she has more full power, and then I'll take her out of the ordinary mod. I'm going to talk to Kai because I don't think me and Kai need to be mods. We got shows. But if he wants to stay, that's up to Kai. I just don't see it. I don't want to be a mod. I don't want people to know I'm in there. If I don't want people to know I'm in there, but if I'm in there, I'm promoting something. All right. We love you. Have a blessed day. And understand the difference, what I explained. I gave a lot of information today. If you just take the time to look at both sides. I'm sorry, Ruth. 3 strikes, you're out, and that's how baseball works. Okay? Take care. Have joy, whatever you guys are doing. Oh, I got a lot of people here, man. I had a lot of people in here. My God. Hello, Hammer. You're not going to be a mod turd. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. Never. You honestly think I would go after you tried to lie about being an attorney? Turd, where's your brain? I told you, I gave you out. I'm not the guy you want to mess with. You can't hurt me, but I could probably hurt you more than you could hurt me.
Give him the air.
Please, just go away. You're being an idiot. Be a nice guy that you claim you are and go. You're never going to be a mod. Chris stays a mod. Ross stays a mod. I might have 6. I'm even out to 6. So those guys coming to work, but I can't put up with that. I'm sorry. Nobody's going to troll me. Sorry. Everybody, good night. I love you. Shout out to everybody. Goodbye. See you tonight. Bye. Bye. Bye, everybody.